This is just a brief demonstration on the different Cavitron tips and the correct instrumentation. Before using the Cavitron, you want to make sure that you do a thorough health history check. You also want to make sure you purge the lines in between patients for about 30 seconds. And also in the beginning and end of the day, you want to purge the lines for at least about 2 minutes. So I can start with the slim line. So the slim line can be used on a low to medium power. And you want to make sure that you have a good settings where you get like a nice mist and enough water so you're not burning the tooth surface. So the correct way to adapt the slim line to the tooth is to make sure you're using the terminal 3mm end of the instrument. And then you're also going to make sure you're using the lateral side of the instrument at all times. That's the working side of the instrument. Never use the tip of the instrument. That's too much for the tooth. So you're going to adapt it right against the tooth. And you can do vertical, horizontal, or oblique motions just to make sure you're getting the calculus at all directions. And once you come over to the buccal side, you're going to make sure you're switching it to where you're still using the lateral. So you're doing like fast sweeping motions. You can do tapping motions, vertical, horizontal motions. Make sure when you're coming to the mesial part that you turn the instrument. That way you're still using the lateral end of the instrument. So you can use the slim line on your regular prophylaxis patients, your periodontal patients. You can use it towards the end of your SRPs after you've removed most of the heavy calculus. The triple bend is used for heavy tenacious calculus. You're pretty much going to use it the same way as the slim line. You can be a little bit more aggressive. You're going to use it on the medium and high. Adjusting the water so that you're not burning the tooth. So you're going to adapt it to the tooth on its lateral side. And then the triple band is good for the buccals, especially on the posterior teeth, and also for removing calculus on the anterior. It's most effective that way. So you're going to do the, you can do the oblique sweeps, the verticals, the horizontal tapping, again making sure you're going to the mesial, that you are still adapting the lateral side of the instrument. So the right and left is kind of tricky. I always just adapt it to the tooth, make sure I'm using the right one. And these are good for your periodontal patients with good hygiene. It's also good for furcation areas. So you're going to kind of adapt it to the tooth here. So obviously when you adapt it here and the instrument is kind of over that tooth, it's not the right surface. So if you flip the instrument up here, and this is the right side here, and you go to the distal of the molar, you can adapt it right in proximal there. So you're using the right end, so the instrument's not over the tooth, it's right in here. So you can use it for these distal areas. You can also turn it over and use it for that upper left side for the mesial. For the mesial areas as well. If you can see that. So the same thing with the other tip here. You want to adapt it to the tooth. And these are really good for getting inside the furcations of those perio maintenance patients. So you're going to adapt it to the tooth, and you can see that the instrument is not over the tooth like this, so you're using the right side. And you're just going to come right in between. And it's all the same motions as, the slim line, triple bend, just tapping motions, vertical, oblique, You never want to take it and go on the buccal side, because then you're really hurting your patient. So it's mainly used for those interproximal areas. If you flip it over, now you can go to the lower left and use it in between those areas, those mesial areas as well. So you want to make sure that your patient has goggles the whole time, that they're draped, that you have your gown on, and that you're using not only your loops and your mask, but also a shield to shield you from all the aerosols that occur when you're using your Cavitron. And make sure you purge afterwards, and then that's about it.